Hello my friends and welcome to SeThi, the show where we seriously think that the Eurovision Song Contest should stop stealing our favorites from the final. Alright everybody, those who made it line up, those who I still love and want to talk about, you know where you are in my ranking. Please line up properly in your line, you know where you go. Know where you're going, UK. You need to come up first. Come on, let's go. Don't let these guys wait. Come on. Are we all in a line? All right. Looks nice and proper in a line. Are you ready? Are you ready? Then let's go. UK, the only real complaint that I have is that you were so much better last year. Like seriously, you got like halfway up the final last time. And now I believe you're only going to be at spot 26. Because at this point I kind of think that the Eurovision culture in the UK is not quite as big, and so you guys don't seem to really care, or you guys have a situation where you actually don't want the Eurovision in your country next year. Either way, you guys did better last year, and because you were chosen for the final automatically, you are at spot 26. Now I want to briefly talk about Belarus, because I think they almost cheated by presenting one version in the music video form and then doing another different version on stage. I predicted that they were not going to make it, but then as I watched the live performance I thought maybe they were going to win with the dancer and the piano and the dramatic rows, and so you didn't qualify, so I'm not giving you a position in the final, but you guys, I feel like you almost had that, Belarus. Oh well, let's move on. Now Serbia, spot 25 in my final prediction. How in the world did you guys get in? I think it might have been because you stayed focused during the performance, did your thing, and also I think your change of clothing from some of you from the national final that you presented in Serbia and then that you presented on stage here in the Eurovision, I think that may or may not have made a difference. Or at the point where you guys performed, the sound designers and the lighting designers had their stuff together, and so you were able to give a more holistic impression. But I was surprised because I did not predict you in here. But welcome. But like I said, based on my ranking, you are on spot 25 still. Congrats. Now, of course Sweden made it to the final. That's just I feel like that's just a given at this point. And yet, based on that, I placed it 24th. I was expecting it to just not make it to the final, just because there were so many other songs that I felt could have done much better. In my ranking, we are currently on place 34, so, but I guess congrats Sweden. Maybe potentially there's a chance to show Ireland who's boss in the getting most Eurovision medals, but hey, if you don't make it, I've predicted you on place 24, so my hopes are not quite as high, sorry. Now Austria, another country that I didn't see getting to the final. Just because I thought it was more of a radio song than an actual performance song. But I guess it was performance song enough for the viewers to accept you in in the competition and the final. So congratulations. But on my list of song preferences, you are on my spot 33. And in terms of the final, you are on spot 23. Because apparently the Eurovision audience and I disagreed this year a bit. And now let's talk about Portugal for a second. Portugal, you've been a nice host so far. You have a really sweet and calm song which kind of teases a build-up, but you stay on this soft level, which is really nice. But I think because I haven't seen much of you so far, I can't really judge you too hard. But compared to the other contestants that I've seen so far, I feel like you're gonna rank place 22 just because you are a calmer song. I don't know what half of the final you're in. If you're in the second half, then maybe you have an advantage and will go up, but I'll put you on place 22. And congrats! You won the Eurovision last year! And now I want to quickly talk about Russia. I know she didn't qualify, and I know I said I would help her in the ranking, but she would have needed to qualify for that for me to help her in the ranking. But Julia, you've made it. You made dream come true. Congratulations. I also loved your song from last year, and just yay. My place 21 for this final goes to Bulgaria. Apparently the hype was enough to get you there. Congrats. I don't know, you're ranked place 30 for me overall, which is, I guess that's decent, but I don't know what it was, but there was something missing in the final performance, but place 21 for you. And now, place 20 is marked by Spain. Because I don't know either where this one is, whether it's in the first or second half, ballads generally tend to do better in the second half, so if you are there, then I'm sorry for the predicted 20th place, but if you are in the second half, then you have the potential to rise. I also know that there are at least 2 friends of mine that are rooting for you, so you got this. Then place 19 is taken by Finland. First off, congrats, I did not see that coming at all. For some reason, I don't know, my brain works in mysterious ways. But place 19 for you. Now, Denmark, you have place 18, but I knew you were going to the final the first few times that I heard you, and then I got second doubts about them, and I ranked you down so much that you guys didn't make the final, and so I guess in some way, thanks for proving me wrong. That's very nice. Place 18. Alright, place 17 for the Netherlands. Congratulations. Nicely done with sticking out from the crowd with your country number. I actually do quite enjoy it every time I listen to it. You're in the best quarter of the worst half. So you're like in the best fifth. Or in the middle fifth, there we go. But this was one correct prediction. Just like place 16 was wrong, one wrong prediction. Estonia. You kind of have a similar story to Denmark, where I was second guessing myself, and so I pushed you down too far, and I should have never I should have never had my doubts about you, because I knew you were great. It's just I didn't trust the others to know that you were great. So place 16, and now place 15 goes to the Ukraine. I told you guys that pianos and a number that combines pianos and fire gets bonus points. This was also one correct prediction. Place 15 for the Ukraine. And yeah, you're gonna end up somewhere in the middle. And then place 14 goes to Israel. This song made a terrible first impression, but it's been building up because I've only been listening to it, and so at least given the audience reaction on Tuesday, I figured this was definitely gonna go to the final, just as I predicted. Hooray! And I know I said that it wouldn't go to the final, definitely not in my analysis, but that was mainly because I have head and heart competing, and so my heart was just like, no, but my head was like, oh, okay, this could be like the next summer plague in some ways. So that's why I predicted it correctly. So yay! Alright, Albania, place 13. Congratulations, you did it. I actually surprised myself with this prediction that you would go further, but I saw your performance, I saw that it was real, I saw that it was powerful, and so I thought this would come across on TV, because there's always the question of, okay, a song can be great, but if it doesn't come across through the screens, then like, what's the point? But your ballad and the way you performed it was actually went through the screens and into the voters' fingers, so congratulations. But oh, Belgium, you missed out. How did this even happen? Your music video was so good, and you had this dramatic effect with the light just coming in on your hand and then opening up. That was an amazing effect, and you performed well. I don't understand me, but rest assured, I'm gonna listen to your song many more times. Hey Hungary, am I right? Sometimes all you need is attitude. Lands you all the way on number 12 for me. You made it. You are one of the countries of the green and red conspiracy, so there's that. I don't know why I predicted you further. Maybe it was just because of your attitude and the way you are just completely different from all the other tracks in this competition. But oh man, San Marino, you guys missed out. I thought you had that. You were pretty good. Good mood all the way, and the arena embraced your attitude really well. I don't know, maybe I don't really know what. There are so many of my favorites this year that are just taken away from the final, which is really sad. More on that later, because stupidity. But it was very nice. Then Australia, place 11. And Jessica, you showed people in Denmark the last time you came. You basically declassed half of the songs when you came as a guest on that show, and now I've put you at spot 11, so you're at least in the better half of this competition. And I just hope you enjoy your time in the show here. So while place 10 is reserved for the Czech Republic, it actually ranks 17. You'll see later why. Many favorites, that there are still 7 favorites that I predicted for the final, or at least wanted them to be in the final, that didn't make it. So Czech Republic, I predicted you in the final because you had a good song and it came out early, and so congratulations. Hope you have fun. I actually kind of look forward to that backflip, but you got this. And then on place 9 we have a country that could be Hungary, but it's not. It's Italy. And the reason I put you so high up is because of your message and the way your song gets into people's head after like the first listen. It's actually pretty cool. And then also it just took me on a journey, and I hope the people at home get taken on a journey as well. I feel like in general every song does better in the second half, so if you do get the first half, just know that your message and your song is already strong. So here's a favorite that I predicted into the final but didn't make it because, I don't know, there may have been a moment in the live performance where something happened that I don't know whether it was intentional or not, but I thought it was. Some people probably thought it wasn't. There was some moment where she did something with her voice where, like I said, I thought it was intentional. Some people may have not thought it was intentional, and so there may have been a minus point, but otherwise a good performance. I don't know. But just know you're going into one of my playlists, Romania. And then let's continue with France, because it also has a strong message, kind of like Italy. It tells a story, and I think the story and song already have quite a bit of power, and so if the performance is nice, and given that this hand motion is already known by the fans in the arena, I don't think there should be a problem in getting at least in the better third of this. So 8th place for you. And then there's Malta, where I didn't have a shadow of a doubt that it would go to the final. But apparently the people didn't like this entry, and I'm confused. Because it has it had a great performance, the song was good, the performance was good, no technical difficulties. I'll get to one incident later, but okay, I guess just the audience and I disagreed. Malta, I still like you a lot. Rank 13 for you. Alright, Ireland, I seriously underestimated you, because as you brought in the dancers onto stage, I thought, okay, this performance just got much more interesting, to the point where I didn't predict you into the final, but you got into the final, and now I'm actually giving you place 7 because of what your live performance was on Tuesday. And so you're on rank 12 for me. So you made quite the jump up. But hooray. So now at place 6 I have Norway, and I thought it was, at first when I did the list, I thought this was gonna be my second place. But the more live performances I saw, the more I saw the balance shift. It's not so much that Norway got worse, but it's more that some others that I didn't see at all coming got better. And so, but hey, 6th place is not bad at all, so that is. You are also one correct prediction. Alright, in terms of final predictions, we are entering the top 5 range, and on 5th place we have Moldova, because apparently happy songs about weddings always get into top 10. But this was also one correct prediction. I'm gonna be happy many times as I listen to this song again and again. But yeah, 5th place, hopefully. And then there is my hero on my rank number 9. My hero that didn't make it, Iceland and Ari. I don't even know why he didn't make it. He really nailed it during the live performance, and so I thought he had this in the bag. More so even than the Czech Republic, which is why it ranks higher, but I guess the style is not really what many people are used to. I don't know, it's strange to me, but Ari, you're still my hero. Then on place 4, I put Cyprus, because that was just one dance party, and everyone knew it, and it was hot. You could say it was fuego. But correctly predicted, somehow the first and the last song of a semi-final always make it. But Cyprus, your song is also gonna be Summer Plague, but everyone's gonna love you for that. So 4th place in the final for you. We are reaching the top. And now on rank 7 we have Croatia out of all countries. Franka, you really nailed your performance. It was so great. I didn't have you on the radar at all, but then you gave this crazy great performance, and I was like, oh my goodness, okay, you are up there. But I couldn't have predicted that beforehand, so I was like, oh, am I gonna be wrong? But apparently people were not convinced that you're the right candidate for winning this competition. In terms of most improved, in my mind, I think you might actually take the win on that, just because of this one stellar performance. In terms of my ranking, just know you are a dear number 7. So now we have arrived at my top 6, 3 of which are in the final, and 3 of which are not. So let me just get down here and change the lighting a bit to get into the better mood, and let's then discuss the top 3 of the final. So now, at the final position number 3, on my rank number 6, we have Germany. It is a radio ballad that is quite personal to him. This is the singer that my grandpa saw briefly and thought he was gonna win. This is not my predicted winner, but if this wins, then holy smokes, grandpa, you've done well. I've seen him deliver live, and he can pull an audience into his song, and he has a great voice. to those of you who know what I mean, rank 6 for me, but place 3 in the final. Number 2 in the final, I give to Slovenia. And on Thursday, last night, during her song, at some point the lights just stopped and the music stopped working, and that was quite a situation. But how was she able to keep her head cool enough to be like, okay, we need a beat, how do we get a beat, let's get the audience clapping, let's continue singing and dancing. How Leah, how did you have such a clear mind to problem solve that quickly? And then obviously the music came in back on beat again, which was just amazing. But I think Leah deserves a crown just for that clear-headedness and just not losing her cool apparently at all. I'm sure inside she was screaming, what the hell is going on? But wow, that was mastered beautifully. Slovenia, you did just congratulations for making it to the final. So, you know what's awkward? Having your top 3 in overall on Eurovision get kicked out during the semi-finals. Yeah, that is exactly what happened. And so I wanted to finish off with my number 1 being the one that I choose to win the final. But in this case, because my 3, 2 and 1 are not even available in the final, I'm gonna have my rank 4 go last so that I can have the highest suspense, and present my personal top 3 now. But let's change the lighting again for that. So then, my number 3 was Latvia. As I saw the national performance in her home country, I thought there was going to be no doubt and no question that she was going to the final. The performance is always so dramatic, pretty much on point all the time, and it has this really, well, Bond-like kind of atmosphere in some ways, and not in always, but it's a really well executed performance. I love the song. I'm gonna listen to this until, I don't know, for a very long time. That's also why I made the effort in my analysis. This song caught my interest from the very beginning, and so I wanted to make it special by giving it that extra editing attention. But Latvia did not make it to the final yesterday. Similar story with Switzerland. In fact, very similar. Apart from the fact that I didn't put creative editing effort because I just didn't know how at that point the song was gonna stack up in comparison to all the others. I don't think the performance could have gone much better for Switzerland. I really don't understand how they didn't get through the screens and to the audience, and how they didn't vote for Switzerland. My brain does not compute. Oh well. I love the song, and that's all that matters. In terms of giving the songs creative effort, there was another song that I gave creative editing effort to, and that is Greece. The music video captured me within the first second, and so there was again no doubt that this was gonna make it to the final. But I think maybe where this song didn't quite make it is by getting through the screens. Of course, me being super focused when I watch Eurovision, I can always hear the rest of the song as it's in the studio production. But if this was their first impression, then I maybe understand why people didn't vote for it. But so sad, this song was so good. But Jana, you'll be my number one. And so those were my top 3. And now let's get into my rank number 4, but the finals number 1. Alright, who will be the winner of 2018 of the Eurovision? Who will be it? I'm gonna sense the flag. And yes, I definitely see red. The power of love. The color of love. And I also see green. The color of hope. And freshness. But I also see the color of yellow. Warmth. If that is a flag, then the only country that I can think of that this is Lithuania. Ah yes, and I see the scene that made it possible. The one scene at the end where she brings in her husband for the final few lines. Ah yes, that is where the gold lies, and that is while she'll win. First place to Lithuania.
I'm not afraid to grow up if I have your hand to hold.
Alright, thank you for watching this very long video of mine. If you want to subscribe, then click a tab right here and make sure you got that annotation bell on, because I don't know when I'm gonna upload next. If you want to see my full analysis, click a tab right over here. If you want to see a Paris vlog that I recently went to, click a tab right over here. Or if you want to see what SeThi Seriously Thinking is really about, then click a tab right over here. But thank you again for your attention and time, and I will see you whenever I upload next. Bye.